Alright everybody, so what we're going to start out doing today is I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this carburetor. This is a single barrel carburetor off of a 1933 Dodge DP6. That is the vehicle that you could see here behind me. My beautiful 1933 Dodge. Wheels and shit will be here with white walls soon, but fuck, they're expensive. Anyways, so I went to oldmoparts.com so that I could get the proper parts needed for this carburetor. This is a Stromberg, oh shoot, I'm losing parts already, oh my god. It'll be alright, because all this is the piece that goes into the fuel regulator. Good deal. Anyways, I rebuilt that already. You can see it's nice and clean. No gas still left in it, but whatever. Anyways, so this is a Stromberg single barrel carburetor BXV-3. Now, that's the code that you need to find on your carburetor. You can see there, and it's also got some writing here on the side. Tells you it's a Stromberg, whatnot. However, I didn't even realize this until I took it off, that these numbers were here down on the side. I had to do some cleaning. This car has been sitting since 1991. It's been in the garage. Nobody's touched it. It's, I don't know if it's previously restored or if it's just really well taken care of. I know for sure it's been repainted once. I know for sure underneath the body they did some coating, like a rubber coating or some kind of a nice, it's not Dynamat, but it's something similar. So anyways, the car's really well taken care of. Now, with that in mind, all these parts seem to be pretty nice. I can show you areas where I've cleaned just to show you the difference of this is dirty, this is clean. After I get this thing fully apart, I'm going to put it back together and probably paint a bunch of the pieces. Or just clean it up enough to where it has that original looking color to it. So thanks for following along. This is going to be a stumbling tutorial because I've never done this before. So this could help a lot of you guys too who have never done this before. I don't do this because I need monetary notoriety or anything like that. I do it because this is what I love to do. I get bored when I don't have something to tinker on. So let's go ahead and have at it. And I have wine because I'm a classy motherfucker. That's why. What? So, went to Mopar Parts, old Mopar Parts, oldmoparts.com, and I picked up this kit. And open it up for the first time and see what's actually in here. Again, I've never done this before, so got a bag of parts, more parts, bunch of gaskets. So my goal right now is to lay this out and then have an idea of what I'm going to be working with. So I do have the original gasket that goes on the bottom of this carburetor, mounts to the upper manifold. I'm going to take this and put it aside along with the carburetor for right now. Right now what I want to do is just open this up and see what's in it. So don't mind the music you hear in the background. It's Empire's webpage. You know what? I'm going to go change it actually because I don't want to fucking hear this anyways. Alright, so took a little break so I can set up stuff. The reason why I'm setting everything up is because when you open this package, there's going to be a lot of little parts to it, things that you want to make sure you have laid out correctly so that way you know where everything's at. In turn, what I did is I opened the package and I have everything laid out here. You can see that I have all my brass fittings, my plunger, all my gaskets, all my brass fitting pieces that came in the kit, all the gaskets. This itself was one little package. This was one little package. This was on its own. These are all the gaskets you get. So that all goes into this one carburetor. So knowing that, let me get that right. I watch a lot of these videos and dudes fuck up the camera, so you might see me adjusting this camera back and forth, but you know what? I'm just, at least you can see what the fuck I'm doing. So, and I emphasize the word fuck because it's a tool in my category of words, motherfucker. All right, notice no credit or return allowed if package has been opened or tampered with. So I'm past that point. This sealed package protects gaskets from shrinkage and keeps all enclosed parts factory fresh. You may find more parts in this kit than are required for your particular job. Know that you might find more parts in this kit than go in this carburetor. Think of that. This makes it possible to service several applications with a single kit, giving greater coverage with a minimum of inventory DPC ink. All right, cool. There's a lot of stuff, and I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm gonna find in this thing. I know that my vehicle ran when this was on it. It ran for 20 minutes. It was fine, didn't have any problems. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to have peace of mind having an updated carburetor that, well, rephrase that, a fresh carburetor. All the parts in there have been clean. They're all nice. So with that in mind, I'm going to jump into this thing. Let's see what else. Daytona floats valves. This is what I'm reading. It explains to you the float in the valve, which is this piece that allows, you see there's a rubber end right there. They actually give you a new one of these because this one, having a little hole in it, which I don't think matters, but this allows fuel to go up through here. The rubber tip of that clogs that hole. When the float goes up, it's got a little tab that pushes back, stops gas. When the float in here actually drops, there's a tab that comes back and allows fuel. It opens up, allows fuel to come around the lines and feed this bath of gas. So they give me a new one of these. I'm probably going to change it out for a new updated one. There's some steps I'm going to do before I decide that, but that's later on. I don't need to do that right now. The new one they gave me looks like this, and it's flat. It doesn't have a tip that goes in. It just has a flat section. You can see there. The other one that I have, you can see has a tip. So I'll show you old versus new. Here's what I'm gonna have to determine as I drop them and shit. Don't drop it. You can see the difference. You see? So is one bigger than the other? Yeah, my original one actually is longer than the other one. And so you could see that. Now that's interesting because I had to adjust my float already. Oh, I thought it was magnetic. It's interesting because to get this vehicle to run, I had to adjust my float for this piece. So that way it would come out enough and allow gas to go into it. Now, being as though that's already adjusted, I might leave that and just keep the one that came in the kit for future, for something that I might use later down the road. All right, so they give you a breakdown of the carburetor. Yeah, it might be a little hard to see, but we'll go like this. We'll do a little scroll method. All right. And it's got a whole bunch of wording. I don't know if you can read it or not, but honestly, when you get the kits, you know what you're looking at. So I'm not going to read every single part of it to you, but I will read it because I need to read it myself. So, 1, disassembly. Remove the carburetor from the engine and drain out the gas. Done. Remove the clip 1 and 2-pin springs 2 and take out the dash pot rod. I don't know what that is. Remove the cotter pin 4 and fast idle rod. I don't know what any of that shit is. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a tinkerer. I'm a dude who knows how to fabricate shit. And so, long story short, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump into it. So, I'm going to go as far as I know how to go. I know how to take off the top of this right now. Okay, that's the front. Okay. Now, when you do this, it's very smart to keep everything the way you have it. And I like to lay things out as they are in an order. Have some good music going on too, because otherwise, I don't know, you just have some fucking good music on. I like to do things in an order in which, if I take out one screw, I'm going to put screw 1 in screw 1's position. I'm going to do it in line. Everything. And I'll show you that after. But honestly, I'm going to keep going this way. I'm going to go clockwise from the front corner, front right corner, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. There's 6 screws on top here. So, 3. Granddaddy's gone. Alright, so now take that off, see what's there. That's how that goes. There's a Alright, so what do we have here? Every time I go through this, what I am going to do is make sure I have the gasket that replaces this gasket. In turn, okay, so I got, actually while I'm at here, this is the old gasket. This is the new one. A little bit smaller, but it's a new gasket. So, I got that one. I know that's there. I do know that this gasket here is, ooh, that's something good to know. I do know this gasket. I do have that gasket. So we're good so far. As I push this down, which in turn, actually, if you think about it, that pulls down there. This is all mechanical stuff, so you want to know this. There's a lot of things that, now mine sticks. Look at that. And that's my problem. When I was actually running my car, I would hit the gas, it would stick, and it would go, that's supposed, now there's no spring attached to it, granted, yes, but it shouldn't be that stiff. It should come back. This spring should allow it to give you that. Well, now that I'm playing with it, it comes back a little bit, but still, it needs to be, I need this thing perfect. It needs to be perfect, darling, perfect. So, how do I get this out? Fuck if I know. That's known as life. Alright. I'm going to put something back. I'm going to show you something. See that pin right there? There is a little tiny spring pin. You see here. Pull it out around this, and you can see it. Pull it. Now what it does is it actually has a round piece that goes right there. It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but it goes up there. And bring it down, it relaxes. Now you can see what it kind of is. That circular part right there actually goes above the piece that goes into the spring valve up and down. So we're going to take that off. Do they give me another one of those? Going through here, they do not give me another one of this pin. So this pin is going to be reused. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to leave it on there. No, I'm going to take it off. Alright. So now because I need to reuse this, I'm going to leave it on the side that has the existing stuff.